It's April 2011 in Hoboken, Belgium. The sun has just risen and a team of dedicated engineers are preparing to lift the first of two huge transition pieces onto a dedicated transportation barge destined for the London Array offshore wind farm back in the UK.
Behind me is transition piece number 1, now on its barge. The main function of this transition piece is it forms part of the foundations for the substations.
The offshore substations are the heart of the London Array offshore wind farm, specially designed and built for London Array by Future Energy, a consortium of 3 key construction partners: Fabricon, Immense and GOC. The offshore substations are made up of 3 elements. Steel monopiles hammered into the seabed to create a solid and secure foundation for the structure. Transition pieces, bright yellow to ensure their visibility out at sea. They're lowered onto the monopiles and grouted into place to create the base for the substations. And topsides, 2 identical pre-built structures that measure 20 metres by 20 metres in area and are 24 metres high, more than 5 double-decker buses tall. And it's these 2 complex structures that are crucial for the successful operation of the London Array offshore wind farm, collecting the vast amounts of clean, renewable power from each wind turbine and increasing the voltage of this power before sending it over 50 kilometres back to shore to be converted and sent out to the national grid to be used in our homes and businesses.
Each of the 2 substations comprises of 3 levels. On the lower level, that is effectively the cable decks, so that's into which all the offshore cables are pulled into. And on that deck also we'll have emergency accommodation and also a workshops and stores container. Above that, on the second level, we have all the switchgear, and above that, on the top deck, is where we have the main transformers.
The challenging process of designing and building the offshore substations has taken nearly 2 years, starting in September 2009, with Future Energy completing all the initial designs in April 2010, so that construction, fabrication and installation of all electrical components supplied by Siemens Transmission and Distribution Limited could start in July 2010. Nearly 1 year later, in June 2011, the monopiles and transition pieces have been successfully installed, ready for the final lift of the offshore substation topsides. The installation of all 3 components are huge operations for the London Array team, involving 3 specialist vessels. The Seaworker, a purpose-built jack-up barge with long legs that are lowered onto the seabed to create a stable working platform to allow the monopiles to be safely hammered into the seabed. The Matador 3, a heavy lift vessel with a maximum lift capacity of 1,500 tonnes, was used to transfer the transition pieces onto the transportation barge for their journey from Belgium to the UK and then lift the monopiles and transition pieces into position. And the Rambiz, a specialist heavy lift vessel capable of lifting loads of up to 3,300 tonnes, used to lift the final substation topsides into place.
Today we have had a very exciting day, successful day. We've moved the first substation onto the barge. The second substation is due in the next couple of days. Each substation weighs 1,260 tonnes, so we use lifting sledges to actually raise them approximately 3 inches from the ground, and we then move them towards the barge and via the use of ramps onto the barge, ready to be sea fastened for its journey over to London Array.
And here they are, safely transported to the UK and ready for installation at the London Array site. A time-consuming process, it's vital that everything goes exactly to plan. And with weather conditions looking good, the team can get to work installing the 2 hearts of the London Array offshore wind farm.
It was great to be out there to actually see the substation being installed, been very rewarding to know and been a very important part of the London Array project. The next stage will be the installation of the export cables, and all the array cables will be installed which connect the wind turbines themselves.
If the offshore substations are the heart of the London Array offshore wind farm, then the export and array cables are very much the crucial arteries and veins, carrying all the power generated from the turbines up to the offshore substations and then back onto land. We'll return soon to see how the team are getting on with this next stage of the project.